The cold has a way of changing everything. Sounds feel sharper, darkness feels heavier, and silence feels alive. Imagine being completely alone in winter, surrounded by snow, when you realize something is watching you, not from far away, but close enough to hear you breathe. These are not campfire legends. These are true winter horror stories that happened to real people. And once you hear them, you may never look at winter the same way again. Before we go any further, take a second and hit the like button if true horror stories creep you out as much as they fascinate you. And if this is your first time here, subscribe to Deadly Silence and turn on notifications, because this channel brings you real stories that stay with you long after the video ends. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. The first story happened in a small town in northern Minnesota during one of the coldest winters on record. A young woman named Emily had just moved there for a temporary job. The town was quiet, almost too quiet, especially in winter. Snow covered everything, muting the world. At night, it felt like the entire town was holding its breath. Emily rented a small cabin on the edge of the woods because it was cheap and close to work. Locals warned her that winters there were harsh, but no one mentioned anything else. The first few weeks were normal. Cold mornings, long nights, and snow that never seemed to stop falling. But one night, Emily woke up to the sound of footsteps outside her cabin. At first, she thought it was an animal. Deer often wandered close to houses during winter, but these footsteps were slow and deliberate, crunching heavily in the snow. She stayed still, listening. The footsteps stopped right outside her bedroom window. She held her breath, waiting to hear them walk away. Instead, she heard something else. A soft knock, just one. She told herself it was probably a branch hitting the wall. But then came another knock, this time louder. Her heart started pounding. She reached for her phone, but before she could turn on the flashlight, she heard a voice. It was low, almost whispering, asking if she needed help. The voice sounded calm, friendly even, but something felt wrong. It was past midnight, and temperatures were far below zero. No one would be outside asking for help at that hour. Emily didn't respond. The voice asked again, closer this time. Then it said her name. That's when panic took over. She had never told anyone where she lived. The knocking turned into scratching, slow and intentional, dragging across the wooden wall. Emily locked herself in the bathroom and called the police. By the time they arrived, the footprints outside her cabin led straight into the woods and stopped suddenly, as if whoever made them simply vanished. No body, no trail, nothing. Emily moved out the next morning. Locals later told her that during harsh winters, people sometimes went missing in those woods, and sometimes something else came out instead. The second story takes us deep into the Rocky Mountains, where a group of college friends planned what was supposed to be a fun winter camping trip. 5 friends, experienced hikers, confident they could handle the cold. They wanted isolation, a break from the noise of everyday life. They found a remote area far from any roads and set up camp just before sunset. That night, the temperature dropped fast. The wind howled through the trees, making it hard to sleep. Around 2 a.m., one of them woke up to the sound of someone walking around their tents. At first, he thought it was one of his friends. But when he unzipped his tent slightly and looked out, he saw all 4 of them asleep in their tents. The footsteps continued, slow and heavy, circling them. Another friend woke up and whispered, asking if anyone else heard that. Suddenly, the footsteps stopped. Everything went silent. Too silent. Then, from the darkness, they heard breathing. Not animal breathing, human, but wrong somehow. Too deep, too close. One of them shined a flashlight toward the sound, but the beam caught nothing but snow and trees. Then the breathing turned into laughter, soft at first, then louder. It echoed through the forest, coming from different directions at once. Panic spread fast. One friend started screaming, and that's when they heard something run. Fast. Way too fast for snow that deep. They stayed awake until morning, frozen in fear. When daylight came, they packed up and left immediately. As they walked back, they noticed footprints around their camp. Bare footprints. No shoes, no socks, just human feet pressed deep into the snow, circling their tents all night. Rangers later told them that area was known for strange disappearances during winter storms. People would follow voices into the woods and never return. Every single one of those friends refuses to go camping now, especially in winter. Now, the third story is the most disturbing of all, because it involves someone who didn't realize they were already in danger until it was too late. This happened in Alaska, where winter darkness can last for weeks. A man named Robert worked as a snowplow driver, clearing roads during heavy storms. He worked night shifts, alone, driving long, empty roads surrounded by endless snow. One night, during a blizzard, he received a call to check a rural road that hadn't been cleared yet. Visibility was almost zero, but he followed the GPS and drove slowly. Halfway down the road, he saw someone standing in the middle of it. No jacket, no gloves, just standing there, facing away from him. Robert stopped the plow and got out, shouting to ask if the person needed help. The figure didn't move. As Robert walked closer, the storm suddenly went quiet. No wind, no sound. He reached out and touched the person's shoulder. The body was ice cold, frozen solid. The face was locked in a look of terror. Robert stumbled back, shocked. He realized this person had been dead for hours, maybe longer. He called it in and waited in his truck. That's when he noticed something terrifying. In the snow around the body were footprints, fresh ones, leading away from the frozen corpse. Whatever had been with that person had left moments before Robert arrived. Authorities later confirmed the body belonged to a man who had gone missing days earlier. But no one could explain the fresh footprints or why the body was standing upright in the middle of the road. Robert quit his job soon after. He says sometimes, during heavy snowfall, he still hears knocking on his truck window, even when no one is there. Stories like these are the reason winter horror feels different. The cold isolates you. The silence messes with your mind. And when something goes wrong, help is never close. If you've made it this far, comment below which story disturbed you the most. because I read every comment and your thoughts help this channel grow. And don't forget to share this video with someone who loves true horror stories, especially the kind that feel real, because they are. Thank you for spending your time with Deadly Silence. Stay warm, stay aware, and remember, in winter, you're never as alone as you think.